Hello, good morning, folks. I wish I didn't have to tell you this, but it's Friday, a week later, and yes, Soufriere is erupting again. A little rumbling and quite a lot of ash. Could you believe this? Could you believe this? I couldn't believe it, but this morning I thought, well, it was quite a quiet morning, and yes, it has started again, friends. Unbelievable. This thing is unrelenting. Yes, folks, the Soufriere is again erupting. It is Friday, what is the date today? It's Friday the 16th, I think. We're going to have that. I'd post the date stamp on this video, but friends, the Soufriere is again erupting this morning. Oh boy. This thing like it never is going to give up. Yes, it's pumping ash into the air and it's rolling again. And I really thought, well, that was the end of it. Because it had a bit of rest yesterday. But geez, man, this thing never gives up. The power it has is unbelievable. So it's Friday, and this is week 2. Because it started just around this time last week, and it's again quite busy pumping more ash and debris into the atmosphere. You could see the sun on the eastern side of the clouds way up there now. I'm on farm, and I just thought, well, I'd run along here and take care of the animals, and I just thought I would look outside to see what's going on, and there it was again, friends, in full flow again. Yes, it's Friday, 1 week after the 9th. So today, Friday the 16th of April, 2021, the Soufriere is again erupting. Yes, folks, share the live. This is unbelievable. But it's happening again. It's not as noisy as previous eruptions, and clearly the material is shifting a bit to the west. So the wind is pushing it over to the Caribbean Sea. So I expect quite a lot of ashfall in the Caribbean Sea today. The upper areas is shifting to the east, and so yes, folks, that's it. We are again in full flow. The rumbling in the background as Soufriere does its work again here on the 16th of April 2021. Yes, folks, this is new and live. This is new and live. It's happening again. 1 week after it started pumping ash into the air, the last Soufriere is again doing its work. And a tremendous amount of stuff being pumped into the atmosphere here again. This seems to never want to end. I don't know how long this is going to go on, but goodness, man, this thing is powerful. Most of the ash seem to be drifting again to the west. The northeast winds are pushing it over to the western side, so I expect much of the ashfall would be in the Caribbean Sea. But let me just move to another position where I could probably get a little bit better view of the Richmond area on the Caribbean Sea. Just bear with me. Yep. So yes, folks, I'm live, and Soufriere is erupting again on Friday, the 16th of April, 2021. This is Lennox Limpkin. I'm reporting live from Rosal. It started just maybe about 10 minutes ago, 5-10 minutes ago, not much more than that. And it's rumbling, and it's pushing its material again into the air. The clouds at the upper end, it's mostly vapor. The ash is falling out on the On the western side, just over the Caribbean Sea, you could see ash already starting to fall out of the explosive material that's been pumped into the air here. Look at that, folks. Yes, this is new. This is live. It's Friday, the 16th of April, 2021. And yes, fellas, and yes, guys, the Soufriere is again erupting. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know when this would ever end. Ah, boy. And it's blasting its way in the background. You're probably not hearing it, but it's you could hear the explosions as it pumps away. There's some cloud hiding the mushroom of ash, but if you listen closely, you would hear every now and again it's like someone blasting dynamite. This is unbelievable. Yes, folks, share the live so that I wouldn't be disturbed here by folks calling in and WhatsApp messages. Just to avoid that, if you share the live, people would understand that something is going on, and they wouldn't be calling me or WhatsApping, which disturbs the live. This morning the air felt pretty good. It wasn't as dusty as yesterday because I stayed inside all day yesterday because of the heavy dust. A little wind blew last night, so some of the ashes off the leaves. I rather suspect that most of the ash coming out of this eruption would fall into the Caribbean Sea based on what I'm seeing. If you look at the bottom, I don't know if you could see that, the bottom area, the Richmond there, you could see a lot of the ashes hanging over Richmond area, and that would be the area that would probably get most of the ashfall this morning. So yes, folks, Soufriere is live and active on the 16th of April, Friday the 16th of April 2021. It's pumping and it's rolling again with a momentary silence, and then the blast from the craters, it pumps out more material into the air. I'll be quiet a little bit so that you could hear some of the rumbling in the background. Oh boy, there's a good bit being pumped out on the eastern side, and large mushroom is coming on that side as well. So it's really getting larger. If you notice, you'd see a bit coming up on the eastern side. You see a bit coming up there, and I really should have done this live in landscape. I promised to do it, but these things just happen all of a sudden, and you pull your phone out, and this is a likely position because people have been asking me to do these lives in landscape so that they have a better view on wide screens. Sorry for that, folks, but mostly an eruption is kind of impromptu. I could see flashes of lightning on the Richmond side. It seems as though the air is pretty heavy there. You could see ash falling out already, or the bit that's hanging over the Caribbean Sea. And there's a large pluck pumping its way east as we speak. It's moving over. Listen to that, folks. Listen to that. Real thunderous explosions taking place in the background, and new formations they're pushing to the east. Massive amount of stuff. This is much wider than I've seen in previous eruptions. It's mushrooming again, coming out more and more in the on the eastern side behind the clouds there. You could see some massive plumes of stuff coming up joining the rest on the top there, where there's this little break there. That is going to be filled in soon. Yes, this is it, folks. It's this one is not as thunderous, but it's big. It's big. It's a lot of stuff. Lots of stuff. You could see on the bottom end here already, the Richmond area is almost covered. Yeah, it's almost covered on the ashfall, heavy ashfall, and the ash seems to be falling out pretty quickly. So I'd expect that to most of it to end up in the Caribbean Sea. If you look over this side, this is the Caribbean Sea here, and the clouds are already way over the Caribbean Sea here, while on the eastern side there here you could see some more stuff forming and pushing up into that empty area here. The sun is trying to peep out here on the east, and this plume here is continue to fill the gap, and the clouds above the ash is spreading mostly to the southwest. Yeah, it's you can see that. This gentle breeze this morning, nothing to talk about. So the movement of the clouds is relatively slow, but you could see quite a bit of the ash outfall. Looks like rain, you know, falling over the Caribbean Sea in the Richmond area. And here we go again. You could see some formation here. Look at that gap in the sky where you're still seeing the blue sky. You could see that slowly being filled in, and that bit is moving a bit to the east. So yes, folks, it's Friday, the 16th of April 2021, and Soufriere has erupted about 10-15 minutes ago, and it's in progress as we speak. It's pumping a lot of stuff into the air, and the ash is moving mostly to the west or to the southwest. The Richmond area is almost is quite hazy as we speak, so that is going to get a lot of the ash. You could see, I don't know if you could see the Richmond beach, I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if you could see that, but the ash, the beach is covered in ash. It looks white from here. Normally there's a grey beach, but that area is completely under ash from a previous eruption. And today it would get a fair share of ash again. So the Richmond Fitzhugh area is really going to be under ash again. Just a moment of quiet here. It's not making a lot of noise, but it doesn't mean that the stuff isn't being pumped out on a continuous basis. Yes, folks, I think you could hear that one. It's cracking here this morning again. This volcano is relentless in its power and determination to get this stuff out. It's emptying its stomach on us, so to speak. So yes, for those of you who have just joined me, I'm Lennox Limpkin. I'm reporting live from Rosal at the moment. It's Friday, the 16th of April, 2021. It's now 6:34 a.m. and an eruption started here 10-15 minutes ago, I think, and it's continuing as we speak. There's a massive amount of ash outfall already taking place on the Caribbean Sea. Let me just shift around here a bit. Yes, there's a tremendous amount of ash coming out of the clouds, but most of it seems to be ending in the Caribbean Sea. You can see the bay around Richmond is the the sea itself is already looking a bit on the grey side, and I think at this point it has subsided somewhat, but there's still stuff coming out, a little bit coming out on the eastern side, filling up that little area there that is still where the sky is still visible. That area is being patched in by another plume of volcanic ash. And there you have it. The sun is here. You could see a halo around the sun. I don't know if you could see that, but that is because of the dust and so in the atmosphere. That is almost directly on the eastern side, because at this time of the year the sun is almost directly overhead as it makes its way. The northern equinox, it makes its way to the north. Sometime around next week, the sun would be directly overhead at 13 degrees north. And I've said from the very beginning in my analysis that this volcano seemed to erupt around the time that the sun is directly above us, and that has been historically the case. And I made that prediction on February the 19th that this volcano would probably erupt around the 15th of April, based on the average dates that it normally erupts. It erupted 6 days before that prediction, and I'm not a prophet, but that is those are the facts. This volcano erupts within a phase of about 41 days. The earliest it ever really violently erupted on record is in 1718 on the 27th of March, and the latest is in 1902 on the 6th of May. And the average date between those two dates, it's April 15th. And that's the time when the sun is directly above St. Vincent the Grenadines on its path northward. That may be a coincidence, but those are the facts, folks. That is how it is. So yes, folks, it's still pumping on the eastern side. I could see new plumes of volcanic ash being pumped into the air. It's now happening in that gap there. If you notice very closely, you would see that it's growing rapidly and pushing its way to the east. So it's not over. This is very much in action here. It's the 16th of April, Friday, the 16th of April, 2021. And again, I have to record live another violent eruption at the La Soufriere volcano. I sincerely thought this was over, really, because yesterday it wasn't. There wasn't a lot of action. At least I didn't venture outside because of the breeze and the massive amount of dust that is in the area. Other than that, things felt pretty good. This morning, the atmosphere is relatively clear, as you could see. You move around here to the Caribbean Sea. The atmosphere is clear. There are white clouds in the sky in the southern area here. This is the eastern area, and but around the Soufriere area, you could see some white clouds covering the ash as it is pumped out of the volcano here. This is the eastern side. As I move across here, you could see the sun behind the clouds there, trying to peep out while Soufriere does its work at this point. So yes, folks, for those of you just joining, it is Friday, the 16th of April 2021, and it's now 6:39 a.m. and the La Soufriere has been erupting. It seemed that it started erupting around the same, a little bit earlier than that 6:30 eruption a few days ago. and it's still pumping stuff into the atmosphere. You'd see in that little gap there, you could see some growth of the volcanic ash pushing up and continually filling that gap as the clouds itself shift from the Richmond Peak and blows across, sort of obscuring the lower end of the volcanic push. So there we are, folks. It's in full flow. There's a lot of ash outfall on the lower area here. I'm hoping that not too much of that make landfall, but and it seems as though that is going to be the case today, because looking across the Caribbean Sea here, there's quite a lot of ash already falling. It's becoming increasingly hazy, but yes, that's it. And it continues to push stuff out although it's not as thunderous at the moment, you could still see a lot of ash being pushed through the cloud in the back there. So yes, folks, Soufriere is not done with us. Definitely not. I mean, and as far as I could see, this is going to continue in the coming days and weeks. Over that. So yes, folks, the air quality around here this morning is not by any means as bad as it was yesterday and day before yesterday. I don't know if Soufriere is going to change that today, but quite a lot of the ash that came out ended up in the sea. And if you look here again, you could still see the ash plumes growing in that gap between the clouds there. I don't know if you could see it, but it's still pumping out stuff. You're not hearing it rumbling, but it's still pumping. It's still pumping, and it's growing. You know, on the eastern side there, it's filling in that gap. Every time I think, well, it's dying down, it tends to increase again. Although it's not as thunderous this morning. So folks, that's it. It's Friday the 16th. I'm probably going to cut this live in about 2 to 3 minutes, because I have to do some work on farm quickly and get back inside to avoid being on the ashfall here in my on farm. So bear with me then. I'd be out of here. If there's anything substantial that it needs to be reported later in the day, I'd certainly come online and bring you abreast of what is happening. So yes, folks, that's it for this morning. I'm reporting from Rosal in the northwest of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And there's been a violent eruption again. It's been ongoing now for 20-25 minutes, I think. And the ash is still being pumped into the atmosphere. I do not expect, it's not as high as the earlier eruptions, the altitudes, and as a result, the low south northeast easterly wind is pushing that to the south or to the southeast, southwest. Sorry, the northeast pushing to the southwest, and I could see more of this stuff being pumped out there, but most of the clouds have already shifted to the Caribbean Sea, and it's very, very hazy here below at the moment, and over the sea. The Richmond area is going to get a severe dose of ash again today, and it's already had its fair share. But there you have it, folks. It's still pumping. It's not over yet. This eruption is probably going to be going on for the next maybe 10-15 minutes, even longer. So a tremendous amount of stuff being dumped here. I could see a little white patch on this Soufriere mountain. I don't know what that is. It seemed to be and I don't know what it is, but it's not a cloud, but it's something rising there. And every once in a while there's a blast, and to give you an idea, that is more on the western side of the crater that is coming out again. It's not covering the full width. It's on the western side. So maybe there's been some caving in. I don't know, but or it is the wind at the lower area, because there's quite a wind this morning on a breeze really, but you could see even the coconut trees here, you could see them moving, which is indicating that there's some wind, and that is a good thing, because it then pushes the ash off island into the Caribbean Sea. It would be interesting to see what impact this has on the coastal areas and on fish, because I can't imagine this wouldn't have any impact. So yes, folks, I'm going to close this live because I have a few tasks to complete on the farm, and then I'm out of here. This is me signing out on the 16th of April 2021. This is Lennox Limpkin. I'm reporting from Rosal that there was a violent eruption this morning, and I'd keep you posted in the course of the day should anything occur that warrants another live coverage. So bye for now, and I'd stay in touch with you and keep you informed as to what is happening here in northern St. Vincent. Bye bye.